You all may be seated. Okay, Mr. Brown.
Yes.
You brought this case before the court?
I did.
What's going on?
Well, she left when our son was 11 months old. He's
11 months?
11 months, yes. And she chose to pursue her career.
Wait a minute, I got hung up. You said 11 months
11
and he's
months.
10 years old
He's
now?
10 years old now. She chose her career over being a parent, although she wanted to be a parent, and left me with the child. It's been hard. I do what I can do. I take care of our son. She's still chasing her dreams. Nothing wrong with that, but she did decide to have a child, and I just want to know what happened. Some kind of financial compensation if she's chasing her dreams and making all the money she wants to make. Maybe she can just throw some money our way, and that'll be fine.
That would be fine, and I agree.
All right, folks, let's jump into another intense child support case. Mr. Brown takes the stand, explaining that his ex-partner left him to raise their 10-year-old son on his own while she pursued her career. Now, he's seeking financial compensation for the years he's been the sole caregiver. The judge listens intently, acknowledging the emotional and financial burden Mr. Brown has carried. He points out that while there's nothing wrong with following one's ambitions, parental responsibilities must still be met. Mr. Brown shares the challenges he faced, juggling work, single parenting, and even continuing his education. The scene is set for a passionate but fair courtroom debate. Let's see how this unfolds.
Is there a reason that you have not paid this man child support? He's been having your son for 10 years.
He said throw some money their way. What that mean? Throw some money their way?
Would you clarify for her
Well,
what you
if she
mean by that,
doesn't want
sir?
to be in his life and be around and be a mother, and I have to be the father and the mother, then maybe I should be compensated for being the father and the mother.
You mean by her paying child support?
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's all he looks for is money.
Well, he would
Okay,
like to play baseball.
it takes more than air to raise a child, ma'am. You have to pay something. What else do you want him to receive to be able to raise this child? I'm listening.
And our child has dreams.
He needs to get a job and stop trying to depend on
no,
me.
what you need to do is listen to what I'm saying and answer my question and not worry about what he has going on. Everything is about you right now.
Isn't it?
Oh, yeah, it is. We'll get to the money part in just a minute in terms of calculations, because this child has been with him for a long time, and to go without any sort of financial assistance, and based on what you've turned in, you've made money and you have not given anything to him for your child, it's absurd.
I've been throwing money his way, and I don't know what he's been doing with it, because I make over $85,000 a year.
Excuse me?
Over $85,000 a year.
You make over $85,000
Over
a year.
$85,000
She hasn't given
a year,
you any
and
money,
I've
sir?
Not too much, and really,
Not too-
the thing is,
This dude is lying. This
thing
dude is
is-
lying.
Excuse me, I can't listen to both of y'all at the same time. I have 2 ears, but I only can listen to one person
well,
at
the
a
thing
time.
is, well, she's all free pursuing her career. I have to watch the child.
Wait a minute, what kind of, ma'am,
Well,
please.
it's hard to find a job and take care of a kid.
What kind of career does she have?
She's an esthetician.
Okay.
Brown lays out his case with clarity and emotion. For the past 10 years, he's been raising their son alone, stepping into the roles of both father and mother. He recounts the uphill battle of providing for his child while also striving to advance his education and career. He argues that his ex-partner, now earning over $85,000 a year as an esthetician, should contribute financially. He's not demanding much, just enough support to help cover their son's basic needs, from food to fun activities like go-karts and video games. The judge listens closely, visibly moved by Mr. Brown's sacrifices. Mr. Brown adds a heartfelt note, sharing how his son often asks about his mother's absence, a reminder that the emotional toll is just as heavy as the financial one. The tension in the courtroom is thick as Mr. Brown makes a final plea, not for revenge, but for fairness.
She makes pretty good money at it. Actually, she's good at her job.
And
Okay.
she
I would give
worked
her
hard
that.
for it too.
However,
Ma'am.
diapers and
Excuse me, sir. All this extra and this attitude, I'm the only person that can have an attitude in here, okay? Yes, is right. So I'm gonna need you to tone it down a little bit, okay? Thanks. Go ahead, sir.
And our 10-year-old is a growing boy, and he has a lot of things he'd like to do, and it's very hard for me. I don't want to get any government assistance. I would like to do it as best as I can on my own. However, I can't go back to school and take care of our son and have a job and run a business. Is very hard, and
I imagine so.
It is.
I imagine so. What type of expenses does your son have him?
He has normal childhood expenses, food.
Is he involved in extracurricular activities?
Yes, he likes to read. He likes games. I like to keep him with electronics and things to spark his interest.
What type of extracurricular activities?
He likes go-karts, motorcycles. He likes race cars, train sets, video games. He likes going out to the park, going to the lake, and all that.
Ma'am, do you hear all of that? All of that costs money.
It sure does. And like he said, I've been throwing money their way.
Every now and then, it hasn't been consistent.
It's not very consistent.
And it clearly cannot be consistent. Otherwise, you wouldn't have a reason to be here.
Does he have a job? Can you ask him that question?
Ma'am, you know what? He's taking care of the child.
Doing what though?
The child lives with him, correct?
Correct.
Right. So whether he works or not, it doesn't matter to me. What matters to me is that he is raising you all's child, and you're not doing anything consistently. So we're going to make that change.
According to him, though, right?
I want to see you do the same. After I finish
According
with
to
these
him,
calculations.
The ex-partner's response is far from sympathetic. She claims she's been throwing money their way, though she admits the support has been inconsistent at best. She questions why Mr. Brown hasn't found a job and accuses him of living off her income. The judge quickly interjects, firmly, reminding her that Mr. Brown has been the primary caregiver for their child. Sporadic financial contributions, he says, simply aren't enough. Tracy's in the courtroom as her dismissive attitude becomes more apparent. She even goes so far as to suggest Mr. Brown should just get a job, conveniently ignoring the reality that he's been raising their son full-time. The judge doesn't let it slide. He emphasizes that parenting isn't just about tossing money into the mix. It's about consistent support, presence, and responsibility. Her lack of accountability is glaring, and the judge makes it clear he's not going to overlook it.
But not him.
Do you carry it? Do you carry health insurance for the child?
Ask him.
Do you carry health insurance for
all the information?
Ma'am?
Well, see, that's the problem. I have a hard time communicating with her. Communication.
I'm having a hard time communicating with her, so I can't even imagine what you have to deal with and
Very
talking
rough.
to her about the child.
And he just wants to know where his mother is and why she doesn't want to be part of our lives and why she doesn't want to come around, why she wasn't involved in any of his after-school activities.
That is a legitimate concern. That is a legitimate concern.
Know where his mother
Sir,
is.
Who pays health insurance for the
Well,
child?
the health insurance, it's kind of hard right now.
So he doesn't have any health insurance coverage right now.
He has no health insurance.
Please.
So we're going to fix that right now. So according to your own testimony and your tax returns and your 1099s, it does equate to about $85,000 a year. So what we're going to do is order you to pay child support. Based on your gross, it comes out to $7,083.33. And right now the child isn't covered on any sort of health insurance coverage, so you're also going to be responsible for obtaining health insurance for the child, okay? And I'm going to order you do that within 30 days. That's what you're going to have to do. I have your net resources at $5,138.10. So your child support obligation monthly, and giving you credit, how many other children did you say?
I have 4.
4, okay. So giving you credit for your other children, your child support obligation comes out to $698.78. And I'm also going to order you pay back support to this man. He requested in his paperwork that you pay back support to him. It's known.
The judge doesn't mince words. After reviewing the ex-partner's $85,000 annual income, she orders her to pay $698.78 per month in child support. On top of that, she's given 30 days to provide health insurance for their son. But the ruling doesn't stop there. The judge also issues a retroactive child support order, covering the past 4 years, totaling $541.44. This back pay will be added at a rate of $1,000 per month, bringing her total monthly obligation to $1,198.78. The judge makes it clear this isn't just about the money. It's about meeting the child's needs and making sure both parents carry their share of the responsibility. She reminds the ex-partner that her son's well-being should come before career pursuits or personal grievances. Firm, direct, and fair. The ruling leaves no room for excuses.
About that.
As long as he get a job and stop living off of me.
You know what, ma'am? He can't be living off of you if you haven't given him anything consistently.
That's according to him.
Okay, well, you haven't provided me with anything different. Okay, so, exactly. Is there anything further, sir?
No, not too much. As long as she doesn't want to be around and she's willing to financially help support him, then maybe I can go off and further my education and be a better father and mother.
Sounds good to me. So, if there's nothing further from either of you, you all are dismissed.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Okay, you know what, ma'am, cut it.
The judge takes a moment to reflect on the legal principles at play, especially under Texas law. She reminds everyone that self-employed parents are just as responsible for paying child support as those with traditional 9-to-5 jobs. She also explains the concept of retroactive child support, which can be applied for up to 4 years in the past, a critical tool to ensure accountability. She underscores a core truth. Raising a child requires consistent financial and emotional support from both parents. Mr. Brown's unwavering commitment to his son is admirable, the judge says, but it shouldn't come at the cost of his own aspirations. As the episode wraps, there's a powerful call to action. If you know someone facing a similar struggle, share their story. These children are growing up in the shadow of child support court, and every ruling shapes their future. The judge's final words are clear and compelling. Parenting is a shared duty, and no child should ever go without the support they deserve.